For this last piece, we're going to fine tune our background a little bit because there's a few things that aren't quite right. And unless you're an astrophysicist, you may not recognize that. I didn't at first until I did a little more research. So it is asking us to run the stuff and see if it actually works. And specifically looking at Mercury, which is the closest planet, it should be approximately 88 days. But the current orbit's actually too long in the way that we have it set up, and we need to adjust it to work properly. So let's see what it actually looks like. So as we go here, we're going to go through and stop the time when Mercury makes its first round right about there, 94. So it needs to be adjusted down to 88. So see if you can hit 94, or it should be close to that. I'm going to reset it again and try it one more time. Stop time right there. See, I'm about 94.24 days. And so that's a little too fast. And so I'm going to close this and let's go through, and it's going to show you how to reset it, which is nice. So close the game window. I did that. Applying what you've learned, change the value of the angular velocity. Once again, that's the speed at which it's traveling around the sun. Let's move it to 64. So let's find Mercury. Let's go to the movement objects. And angular velocity currently is 60. I believe I need it to be 64. So we're going to adjust it just a little bit. And please have fun with this. I'd like you to actually go through and adjust some of the other ones to whatever you want them to be. You can make them faster, slower, just to see, but then reset them back so that it actually kind of works. So we've adjusted that. Let's see if it actually works better now. So stop time when it gets back. It looks a little slower to me, or a little faster right now. There you go, 88.16. So see if you can reach that same value on yours. So that's the first one. Next, let's go ahead and we're going to do the same thing by adjusting. So yeah, we did get Mercury close to 88 days. If not, adjust yours so that it is. We're going to close the game window, did that. Next, we're going to be dealing with the frame editor for inner planets because we're actually going to change the days counter so that it doesn't display as many numbers. There's too many significant digits and it's too precise. When we're dealing with planetary movement, you don't need that much precision. So we're going to go to settings. So the days counter, settings, properties. So the counter is the numbers, the one that's moving, not the button. So let's go find the settings for the days counter, and we're going to look for significant digits and enter 2. So days counter, let's go to significant digits. I'm not sure where that is on here. Settings, initial value, minimum value, maximum value, fixed number, number of digits after decimals. Here it is, significant digits. Right now it's 16. Let's go to 2 and make sure that box is checked. So the number of significant digits will be 2, and number of significant digits 2. Enter the number of digits after the decimal point property. Click on the text box for the number of digits after decimal point property and enter 0. So number of digits after the decimal property, that's this one right here. I know it's hard to see, but number of digits after decimal, let's enter 0 there. So it'll do 2 significant numbers and 2 and 0 numbers after decimal. Let's see if it worked. So you'll notice now it's just basically whole numbers, but we still have 2 numbers after the decimal here. So what we're going to do is do the exact same thing to this counter. Oops. I guess I just deleted myself. That's okay. So we're going to be doing the exact same thing to the stopwatch object. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to let you do that. So we just did it here. I would like you to do it to the stopwatch. Run the frame, make sure that it works, and then submit your work for grading, and I'll have a spot open for you on Canvas. And I actually would like you to take your file and submit it there. Okay, so make sure you build and run. So run, build and run, name it something that you think is interesting, having to do with what this is, and then submit that particular file on Canvas for grading. And there is how you created the scene.